What's up, guys? We're back. It's Friday, and so you know what that means. It's time for What the Fitness. But first, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for the algorithm. All right, so we're going to do something a little bit different for What the Fitness. I'm not really debunking anything here in this one. This is just a pure reaction video because I want to be clear. This guy, I do admire his dedication. He's obviously been a very successful bodybuilder. This is John Anderson. I don't know John personally, but I tell people, you know, I did bodybuilding for 10 years and I think I actually was like pretty well balanced with it in terms of actually having a life, but still competing at a high level in bodybuilding. But even like looking back at my balance, I was a weird human being. I did weird stuff. And I think it's very easy to get lost in how weird you become when you are down the rabbit hole of bodybuilding. And so I'm not hating on John or anything like that. I just think this is a little bit funny. So we're gonna watch it and I'm gonna react.
Ground beef in a bag, a little bit of sauce that you enjoy. Eating on the run has never been so easy. Look, give it a squeeze, out it comes. Look kind of nasty, I know.
Eating on the run or eating the runs? Because it looks like you're eating the runs.
Actually really good.
So I remember being 22 years old, prepping for a bodybuilding show. I just graduated college. I was actually flying home to Indiana because I'm originally from Indiana, and I went to school in Florida. And I'm flying home, my grandfather's with me, and this is like 2004, so I'm dating myself here. And in order to travel and have protein available, I had cooked chicken breast, put them in Ziploc bags, and stuffed them in my cargo short pockets. And I'm sitting on the plane next to my grandfather, and I just whip out a cooked chicken breast and start munching it on the plane. And my grandfather started laughing, and he goes, "I admire you, but man, that might be one of the weirdest things I've ever seen." I really hope he's married, like to somebody who's in the industry. I think he is. I think the weirdest thing I've done on a date in my life when I was young is I took a protein shake with me. You know, like I was at a comedy club. I'm in my 20s. I was at a comedy club and I'm like, you know, I had the powder in there. I just added some water and I mixed it up. You know, that's the weirdest thing that I've done. I try to act like a normal human most times. I cannot imagine trying to find a woman if I'm out in public with what looks to be a colostomy bag and I'm eating the contents of it. All hail to the gains. I mean, all hail to the gains. Now, some people may say, well, Layne, that's why you look like you do and why he looks like he does. I would say there's probably a few milligrams or grams of difference in some things, but he's obviously very, very dedicated to his craft. I mean, this isn't even hate. I am just pointing out how funny bodybuilding is and how extreme it is. Now, me personally, I think that there are some convenient sources of protein that don't look like you're eating shit out of a Ziploc bag. But that's just me. Now, I am going to read through some of these comments on this video because these are so good and these people deserve respect. And I did take the colostomy bag from one of the comments. So Dookie Go-Gurts is wild. My man's invented Dookie Capri Suns. What's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your Ziploc beef squeezer. If you're living life so fast you gotta eat meat squeezed out of a Ziploc, you need to reevaluate your life. Hey brother, I mean this with the kindest intentions. Your life might be too fast if you have to slurp down ground beef from a gnawed off Ziploc bag corner. Let's take some deep breaths together real quick, my guy. Eating on the run, X. Eating the runs, check mark. I've been looking for a way to get more microplastics in my diet, thank you. Ignore the positive comments, bro. Men will do everything except go to therapy. I know there are people that may criticize you. Please listen to them. If I ever reach this stage of nutrition in my fitness and sobriety journey, I'm going back to drugs. So that's it. No debunking, nothing like that. I do admire the dedication, but man, bodybuilding is weird sometimes. Or bodybuilders are weird sometimes. And you know you've been in it way too long when you're like, I'm going to put ground beef with sauce in a bag, chew off the corner, and slurp it in a video that I'm going to put out to the world. We thought the me fish, me rice cakes man was bad like 15 years ago. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Brian, maybe you can find that clip.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake. I'll train, I'll have me fish. Come home, have some more fish with a rice cake, and then have some fish before I go to bed.
Whew! All right. Thanks, John. That was really funny. Absolutely no hate from here, but I'm definitely not going to take you up on that pro tip. See you guys.